from the time that you went to jail, how many years after did the movie come out?
2003 it came out, so like 7 years.
7 years.
But the documentary had come out first.
The documentary came out first. The book was the predecessor to
99,
it, right?
yeah, that came out like 3 years later.
Okay, so was anyone in the prison aware of who you were? And,
yeah.
And then were you able to see the documentary or anything, or the movie, like when it was finished?
Yes, they sent it to us, and my therapist set up a little screening in her room, and we had popcorn, and
Really?
Me and Freeze, my co-defendant. Instead of a separation order, the judge had the opposite of it. He thought that we would be such sore thumbs in prison, it would be so traumatic for us that we should be together because we would help each other. So he put an order that we always be neighbors, so that we could always kind of
Even
help.
with all the jumping around to different prisons?
Yes.
Did you ever get noticed in jail and the guy that remind you who he was? Like, Michael, it's me. I
Oh
was
my
the guy
God.
in the
Oh,
penguin
yeah.
costume.
All the
I was
time.
the
And,
Native American
you know,
with the tomahawk and the hula skirt.
The leader of the Bloods, there's like a leader of the Bloods, and then each facility has like a president of the Bloods. So there's like one person in charge, and then each facility has like, their own. And the leader is white, which is very strange because the Bloods are famously racist, and they hate white people. But this person, I won't say his name, who is white, was the leader.
Ethan.
And he
Looks like a
happened
super
to be
white name.
He happened to be the leader of something called the Ecstasy Bandits. You can read about it in Details magazine. That they supplied all of our clubs with ecstasy. So he knew who I was immediately.
Really?
So he put the word out that everywhere I went, I was to be given free drugs, whatever I wanted, which is good news, bad news, because it's good
That's
news.
how you got the 5 years of solitary.
Right.
So now,
Ethan Leibowitz,
Your
Bloods
cellmate-
CEO.
Jason DeLeo was his
the
name.
cellmate got out a few years before you, right? The guy. So how did that come about? Like, why did that happen? Because you were the accomplice more than he was.
Because he wasn't as fabulous as I would. He didn't get the free drugs.
Oh, that's why. That's what
He
made-
had to come to me for the free drugs.
So that's what extended your sentence. Ah, it makes more sense now. So Zach came in tonight because his favorite book of all time is Disco Bloodbath, correct?
Yes.
And I know
it's
he
a
was
funny book.
He was more than enthusiastic to come in and have questions for you and wanted the opportunity to speak with you directly, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
8.5 cut thick.
God bless you.
No.
8.5?
Really?
How tall are you?
5'8".
That's a mean piece, dude. Congrats.
You should have submitted to the dick pics for Shannon.
Had I known.
Shannon, that's not a bad. That's not. Look at my girlfriend even came around in the room.
She's
She
like,
was so
what, 8.5?
excited. Did
Thick,
someone say 8.5
uncut?
inches? Thick uncut? Oh shit!
When you were on the Jane Whitney show with Gigi, do you have any stories about? Because that was like right before he died. Was he like obviously like everybody's like that guy's gonna die?
No, we didn't believe him at all. We thought it was a publicity stunt. And in fact, the people I was with, I think Richie Rich and Walt Paper and Julie Jules, they hated me for that because we didn't know he was going to be on the show. And I didn't care. I mean, I don't care. But they, at that point, they were tired of doing talk shows because we looked ridiculous on talk shows. And they especially didn't want to be lumped in with somebody like him. So every commercial break, Richie would get up and say, "We don't know him. He's not one of our friends. We don't like him. He's disgusting." And then the cameras would go on and he'd like, "Hey," But I guess he said he was going to kill himself or something. And then I went around calling, all the newspapers and magazines saying that we were on the show with Gigi Allen. He was going to kill himself. And remember that we were on that show. And then he did kill himself. And then everybody wrote, instead of writing that we were on the show that he killed himself, they wrote that I went around calling everybody, wanting to make sure that they knew that I was on the show, that he was going to kill himself. So
it was Gigi Allen's last public appearance. Is that
Yeah.
right?
I think so, yeah.
And I think the funniest moment in TV ever because they have them, Gigi, and two like awful women, and then a cop. And they're arguing with the cop, and I can't remember which club kid comes over and gives Gigi pills in front of the cop, and the cop gets so frustrated because he has like no idea how to handle it.
It wouldn't have been Richie.
Somebody
Was it
handed
me?
somebody handed Gigi pills.
The only one that would have done that, I think, would have been me.
It might have been you. It
might
was
have been, yeah.
really funny.
That's crazy.
Instead, it was
So-
ecstasy or something that would have that made him be nicer
Yeah,
or
so that
something.
it would be
I
nice.
think, yeah.
Side note, Christine, we don't know the answer, but two of these three girls have clit rings. Who are your guesses? The jury's still out.
They can put Shannon. They can see them right now. Yeah,
Christine just sniffs them.
Let's see who she picks of three.
1, 2.
The closest two to you?
First, yeah.
That's Zach and I say, but
Lazy.
your man says the
Lazy.
two on the right.
Well, me? No, I still claim all three.
Oh,
One's
now-
lying.
I because I knew you were coming on, I watched the movie, not the documentary, but the movie.
Real nice, dickhead.
Yeah, well, I only had so much time on my hands, and I mean, I remember James St. James from back then. You know,
I'm sorry.
yeah, he was a real crazy dude, and I learned a lot about you. Like so many different people. Like you helped discover RuPaul, right? You were dating Keith Haring at the time.
No, my roommate was.
Your roommate was dating Keith Haring at the time, and you were known for just like being so ridiculous in your outfits and your outlandishness. How much of it was you just trying to see how
fabulous, right?
How fabulous, we use that word.
Jesus
what am I
Christ.
going to do to outdo everybody else? Like, how much thought was put into that?
I mean, that was most of what it was. It was like, what can we do to outdo,
When you
What
look
we've done
back at
before.
that stuff now,
I cringe.
You cringe. None of it. You don't. I mean, the outfits you cringe at. Or?
No. It's the obviousness of trying to outdo and
And that's purely because I mean, like I'm a very pivotal year. I'm turning 40 this year, and it is funny to go back. Like, you really start to everything that was like so. But no, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you in the same thing. It's like you can't not look back on it and be like, all right, it's a little ridiculous. And it was like, yeah, it's interesting how like things that you were so passionate about.
so
at one point,
passionate
you're
about
like,
at the
like,
time.
I guess it is kind of stupid.
Well, we were passionate about it because it was our job. I mean,
No,
was
but
our
you had to.
livelihood.
Were you
No,
ever?
but you were living the party too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Were you like? Let's say you're home just hanging out. Was there still a lot of that showmanship?
Well, if there were people over, I mean, I remember one year, Kyoki, my boyfriend, had a dinner party for his birthday, and at that point nobody was eating anymore; they were just doing drugs. So I thought, why bother wasting time cooking? So I just made plates filled with drugs, and I put a plate of ecstasy, and a plate of Rohypnol, and a plate of cocaine, and just like.
I mean, a good house guest would put
everybody
like
have it.
ecstasy ravioli or something.
But that's the kind of thing that the next
people
year
are
you
probably
can't
still
just
hungry.
serve cold cuts. It's like you have to do something more than that. So it's like
Right.
it gets to the point where what do you do that's beyond what can you do that's beyond that?
Meth hummus or something, maybe. I'm just brainstorming.
It does sound good, meth hummus.
I'm just spitballing here, but
hummus.
like a nice garlic aioli on the side.
My
Now,
meth hummus.
I think hummus is a heroin part of the world.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah,
do you
maybe
speak
opiate.
to, as far as that crew from back then? Do you speak to any of them still now?
I speak to most of them.
Really?
I think like 3 of them I don't.
Like what? Like James St. Like what are they doing now? Most of
James works at World of Wonder.
them. Okay, we don't know what that is, but
World
What?
of Wonder is the production company that made
they do Drag
Party
Race.
Monster. They do Drag Race. And
Oh,
they do like 95 reality shows.
oh,
right now.
okay. Oh, I know who they are now.
They do like $1 Million Listing and like all those.
Okay, and the rest of the crew, like Richie Rich and stuff.
I mean, Richie Rich did Heatherette, the clothing line that he, dressing Paris Hilton and Little Kim and Foxy Brown and
That's a lot of different ass sizes.
Is
We go
it?
from Paris
Aren't they all the
Hilton
same?
to-
Well, Paris Hilton, no, but the other one.
No, yeah, the person's got a narrow ass.
Yeah.
Just most disappointing celebrity sex tape. Most
Which one?
disappointing.
Paris Hilton?
Yes.
I don't think I saw that one.
Narrow. She throws a good beach, but it's just all so spindly and
she's,
bony.
she's P.T. Barnum,